Greetings, families. Welcome back once again. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If this is your first time, my name is Mamri and you are very welcome. This video is about Burkina Faso. Yesterday, the land and forest, water, armies, officers has been inaugurated in thousands in Burkina Faso. Please listen to the Prime Minister of Burkina Faso and the security minister and more. I'll be back. The video is long. I will not waste your time.
Dear outgoing delegates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a legitimate pride for me to speak. On behalf of His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traore, President of Faso, Head of State, on this solemn occasion marking the official graduation of the first class of the Special Contingent of the National School of Water and Forestry, the government has authorized the special recruitment over 3 years of 4,000 water and forestry agents for the benefit of the ministry in charge of the environment, including 2,000 agents in 2023. It is the graduation of this class that we are celebrating this morning with you as privileged witnesses. In the fight against terrorism, as well as in the training of students for this fight, some have lost their lives. In memory of these departed in general, and of the 3 student assistants of Ouedraogo, Herman, Ouedraogo, Misha, and Nien Sansan Semblis, I invite you to observe a minute of silence. Thank you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the exceptional recruitment of water and forest officers is part of Pillar 1 of an action plan for stabilization and development, namely the fight against terrorism and the restoration of territorial integrity. It aims to increase the contributory share of the ministry responsible for the environment through the Water and Forest Corps in the reclamation of territory and the securing of forested areas occupied by armed bandits. The ceremony that brings us together this morning marks the end of the training of the first cohort of the Special Contingent of Water and Forest. With a workforce of 1,938 agents, a first in the history of the Water and Forest Corps since its creation in 1948. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, under the theme, Contribution of Water and Forest to the Reclamation of National Territory and the Securing of Forested Areas, the deployment of this contingent initiates a new momentum and a paradigm shift in the handling of the missions assigned to the Water and Forest Corps in the fight for the reclamation of national territories. Today, it is with pride, that our dear homeland welcomes the fighters ready to serve on the field. Operations, particularly in the combat units of water and forest services, which are gradually being deployed across the national territory. This is the moment for me to congratulate the Director General of the National School of Water and Forest Services and all of his staff for demonstrating rigor of competence and dedication in supporting these young men and women. I encourage you to continue this momentum for future challenges. I include in these congratulations all the predecessors of this school, some of whom were honored yesterday through the naming of buildings and spaces after them, taking into account the context that justified the recruitment of this contingent, and with our desire to quickly deploy the personnel on the ground while ensuring their well-being, we have expedited their integration into the public service and their commissioning, which began last week. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, addressing the awardees, I would like to congratulate you on your journey. I commend the quality of the training you have received. This took place under demanding conditions, but in a spirit of solidarity and discipline. You are now essential players in the effort to reclaim the integrity of the national territory and respond to the humanitarian crisis. The challenges will be numerous, but I am convinced that you are ready to face them with determination, courage, and loyalty. At this symbolic moment, I invite you to fully grasp the responsibility that now rests upon you. You have the opportunity to contribute to a crucial struggle for our future at 12. And I have no doubt that you will act with dignity, loyalty, and professionalism, honoring your uniform and the values of the fighter. Be proud of your journey, and above all, be proud to defend your homeland, our common heritage. Be proud to contribute to restoring peace and security for our people who are subjected to this unjust war. I invite you to be exemplary, upright fighters, dedicated and always ready to give your best in the execution of your mission. With the name Baden Lanaya, which means trust in the Jula language, you do not have the right to fail. You do not have the right to act outside of Republican values. This baptismal name is a return to our roots and the reaffirmation of our conviction that it is not ourselves we will conquer terrorism. Dear laureates, you have chosen the Minister of Security and the Minister of Humanitarian Action and National Solidarity as the patron of your class. These two personalities are the embodiment of unwavering commitment and dedication in the service of our people. I have no doubt that their commitment and dedication will inspire you in your career. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I reiterate my heartfelt congratulations and sincere thanks to all. Those who on a daily basis have supported the National School of Water and Forestry to achieve such results. My gratitude to the regional and local authorities, to our partners for their invaluable support, as well as to the populations of Nassau and Ndeleso for their legendary hospitality. Your mission to promote the Naya, the homeland or death, we will paint on the massacre with proud Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you, families, for listening up to this stage. Please kindly listen to the Minister of Defense and Security, the words he has for the young ones and all the promises, followed by one of the officers. His speech is unbelievable. It's wonderful. I'm so proud of them. I'll be back, families. Thank you for your time.
This day marks a very important milestone, not only for you, dear Fayol, but also for our entire nation, which relies on your commitment to protect its natural resources and ensure its environmental security. Excellencies, Mr. Prime Minister, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as the head of the Department of Security, I am aware of the challenges our country faces, both in terms of human security and the protection of our environment. The security of our territory and the preservation of our natural resources are inseparable. Excellencies, gentlemen, the Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen, we, sponsors of this graduating class, wish to commend the remarkable work accomplished by the National School of Water and Forests under the leadership of its Director General. We also commend the dynamic teaching teams and administrative teams who spare no effort to train quality personnel. We also do not forget the other entities that have contributed to shaping our graduates, notably the Armed Forces Training Group and the National Training Center at Mando. Their dedication and professionalism have allowed us to train this class of forest fighters ready to serve our nation with honor, commitment, and discipline. Dear Fiol, your training has prepared you to become essential players in the dual mission of both security forces and rural development actors. You are now guardians of our natural heritage, but also protectors of the stability and resilience of our nation. Environmental protection and sustainable management of natural resources are key elements to ensure food security, health, and the well-being of our populations. Your work on the ground will directly contribute to mitigating humanitarian crises related to environmental degradation and climate change, and thus to the recovery of populations severely affected by the security crisis. You have chosen a demanding profession, perilous but noble, that of protecting our natural resources and defending the national territory. Indeed, your training has prepared you to face the complex challenges that await you, whether it be fighting deforestation, protecting our water infrastructure, or contributing to the overall security of our nation. You are now fighters for nature, but also for the stability and prosperity of our country. Excellencies, gentlemen, the Prime Ministers, heads of government, contribution of water to forests, to the dynamic of reclaiming national territory and securing forested areas, is the theme of today's event. He is the perfect illustration that our protégés have a full understanding of the expectations of the highest authorities of our country, and above all, of the brave populations of cities and countryside towards them. That is why, from this platform, we invite our dear protégés to a patriotic commitment, unwavering for the true sovereignty of our country. Dear protégés, it is necessary to ask yourself daily questions during your missions, especially. And above all, whether it seems difficult to you or not. What forest do we want to leave for prosperity? What territory will we leave for the Burkina Faso of tomorrow? In a word, be courageous, be perseverant. Keep in mind this quote from Nelson Mandela. I quote, "I learned that courage is not about absence of fear, but the ability to overcome it." Dear laureates of the day, in your missions and whatever circumstances you face, we, your mentors, urge you to remain faithful to the values of integrity, discipline, and sacrifice that you have acquired during your training. Because as we say in our field, where it's tough, it's not really tough. To conclude, the Godmother and I would like to remind you, dear Fiol, that the important fight to reclaim our territory and preserve our environment is a constant and ongoing battle. You are now key players in this battle, and we are convinced that you will demonstrate courage, determination, selflessness, heroism, and professionalism in carrying out your mission. Excellencies, gentlemen, Prime Ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to reiterate this statement from our illustrious President of FASO, Captain Thomas Sana. I want the homeland to regain its dignity and for freedom to be possible. And to say this to our cadets, to you, dear cadets, be proud of your uniform. I repeat, be proud of your uniform. Be proud to learn and to now belong to the great and noble family of the Defense and Security Forces. Be proud to serve your homeland at this decisive period in its history, where you will have the opportunity to inscribe your names. You are the hope of our nation, and we are certain that you will successfully meet the challenges that await you. Wishing you all a good and fulfilling career. Long live Burkina Faso, the homeland where death borrows us. It
was not easy to submit to a strict discipline, to which we were not accustomed, to face the heat, fatigue, and uncertainty. But these difficulties were overcome thanks to solidarity among comrades and through perseverance. We learn to surpass ourselves and to never give up in the face of adversity. Allow me to express our most sincere thanks to the National School of Water and Forestry for the quality of the education provided, as well as to the regional offices that hosted us for our practical internships. These field experiences have been fundamental for our professional development. Their constant support has been a significant pillar throughout our journey. Excellencies, gentlemen, prime ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we have chosen as patrons two exceptional personalities who embody the values of discipline, solidarity, and commitment. The Divisional Police Commissioner, Mahamadou Sana, Minister of Security and Commander Pelagie, Neka Boré, Minister of Humanitarian Action and National Solidarity. These two figures are models of commitment to our country and our fellow citizens. Their careers, dedication, and leadership are a source of inspiration for all of us. Dear patrons, we are honored to have you as our patrons. Thank you for your commitment and unwavering support. Rest assured that we will do everything in our power to honor your trust in us. Excellencies, distinguished prime ministers, guests, ladies and gentlemen, we take this opportunity to make a few suggestions to the school's administration. We suggest that for future promotions, particular emphasis be placed on improving accommodation and dining conditions. To the body, we also suggest the implementation of follow-up programs post-training to ensure continuity in our professional development, especially in the face of field challenges. Finally, we wish to express some grievances to our supervising minister. Minister, we are ready to serve our country with loyalty and commitment, and we hope that measures will be taken to facilitate our integration in the structures where our skills will be utilized. The securing of forested areas and the fight against terrorism require advanced equipment, continuous training, and constant support. We therefore request your support for the implementation of logistical and operational means to assist us in our future missions. Excellencies, gentlemen, prime ministers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, we would like to assure you that we are ready today to serve our country with pride and determination. Our commitment is total. Our resolve is unwavering. We are ready to meet the challenges that await us with the same courage, rigor, and loyalty that have characterized our training. As the Holy Scripture says, I quote, "You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day." In other words, having committed ourselves as foresters with the circumstances of the country, we will go beyond our limits without fearing the terrors and obstacles for the land of our ancestors. Long live the promotion of the Special EO Forest 2023 contestant. Long live Burkina Faso, the homeland where we will overcome death. Thank you.
I wish them all the best. All the best. Congratulations to them. It's beautiful what they have done. This is what the president has promised, and they will continue to recruit more people. These youngsters, if they don't, they will end up, some of them will end up in the wrong hands. So it's good what the government is doing. And the video you will listen to after this, when the president has met the families of the heroes, the assurance he has given them, that alone can motivate a lot of people to give themselves to serve these countries that really, really need peace. Credit to Faso 7, my VIPs, my kings and queens, my returning families. Thank you so, so much. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. And please, please like the video and share it if possible. See you soon, families. Bye-bye.